I'm sorry, Hoot Hoot. It's been a wonderful 5 gens, but there's another owl-based Pokemon. Its name is Rowlet. It's the best thing to ever hit Pokemon since the internet. But we can still be friends, right? Hello everybody, Tyrone the God 3 here, and welcome to a short discussion that I'm going to do of Pokemon Sun and Moon. We got a lot of leaked footage as of late. I mean, a lot of leaked stuff. I actually fairly underestimated the amount of leaked stuff we would get on Pokemon Sun and Moon. But when I woke up, I was woke to Twitter and Cerebi and some footage and trailers that we got. We've got not only the legendaries, we've also got the starters, we've got what the region looks like, and the trainer designs. A lot of things. Basically, your whole trailer setup is what we basically got, and I think they chose a good time to do this. Granted, I kind of wish they would have waited till around E3 to do this, then it would have added on to the additional hype, but the fans made no hesitations in order to make lots of fun fan art and everything. We just got a huge amount of things, so I'm just gonna go through them real fast and tell you how I feel about them, because obviously my real opinions and discussions will be with the others on probably on KG's channel or something like that, or Tasso Official, or I'll be grouping with one of those groups, and obviously we'll do our regular discussion that you all are desperately waiting for, because I already know that you guys are breaking into our doors right now trying to figure it out. But I believe KG and Dean did do a reaction, but they had to take it down because of copyright purposes. So for safety, I think they're just both going to explain what they saw, and then we'll all get together and do a conjunction video. So with that being said, Sun and Moon released a lot of things. I guess we can get started on the region itself, the Alola region. Obviously this is the most, hey look at me, I'm Hawaii region I've ever seen in my life, because it made no attempts to hold back on itself. It's like if the Kalos region was called Wee Wee, but you spell Wee Wee a different way. So yeah, there's no surprises there that was based on Hawaii. I mean, we did get some footage before that kind of hinted at a tropical area, and to be quite honest, I'm not completely against the idea of a tropical region, but I always thought that Hoenn kind of filled in that role as like the most tropical region. At least to me, Hoenn always felt like the most tropical region, so to have another tropical region is going to be kind of odd, but at the same time, this one's clearly tropical. It's based clearly off Hawaii. Like, there's no mistaking it. Although, technically, Hawaii is in the U.S. Like, it's one of our 50 states. So, this is the second time we get something based more or less in America. Yeah. Anyway, with that all being said, I do like the idea behind that. The second thing I want to go over real fast is the legendaries. The legendaries look really cool. The one for Moon, I love the fact that it looks like a full moon when its wings are fully spread. When they're not fully spread, it looks like a crescent moon. Really nice detail. I'm not sure though, because we've had a lot of bats in Pokemon, or at least a sizable amount of bats. And then there's the second legendary, which is based off of a lion. Lions have come a long way in Pokemon, because we got no lions for like a bunch of gens, and then we finally got a lion in Gen 6, which was kind of a disappointment. I'm not saying Pyroar is the worst, it's just not the best I thought a lion could be. And then Pokemon Sun comes out and gives us a really cool lion, and I think that's what's going to convince me to get Pokemon Sun rather than Moon. I thought about it really hard. I like both games, actually. This is the hardest time I've ever had picking a game. But I think Sun might win it out, because we've never had a successful like lion Pokemon before, and I think that'd be cool. So, with that being said, the next thing I'll just briefly graze over is the trainer designs. We got the male trainer design mostly. We didn't get a lot of female trainer designs. However, there is a small snippet of the female trainer design in several of the screenshots, one most noticeably during the battle sequences, which I really like that the trainer is in the battle with the Pokemon now. It definitely opens the world up and makes it look a lot better. Although I will say the female trainer has the most ridiculous hat I've ever seen in my life. This thing looks absolutely ridiculous. I'm so glad I'm not a female just because of this. I mean, obviously that's not going to stop women from picking male characters as their avatar, but I gotta say, this is the silliest looking hat I've ever seen. I really hope we get to customize our characters just so you can change hats and stuff like that. It won't really affect me as much because I'm not a female, but still, if, like, say, one of my friends who's a female plays the game, she's probably going to want to change that hat. The male character design, he looks a lot like Gen 6. He looks like Callum a lot, like, with very little clothes change. But, yeah, he looks a lot like Callum. He's kind of basic. There's nothing really much to say about him, other than the fact that we don't get nubs anymore for hands and feet. We actually get legit hands and feet now, which is kind of cool. The next thing to talk about are the starters, and this is probably what the biggest discussion was, because the starters are what makes the whole structure of the Pokemon game, and obviously they're going to be what we start the game off with. The first one we can talk about is Litten. Litten is a cat. Other than the whiskers, I think it's a really cool looking Pokemon. I mean, yeah, the fact that it uses hairballs, coughs up hairballs and makes fire out of those is kind of disgusting when you think about it. Just disgusting and inconvenient, but kind of funny too, I guess. Litten, I've had it with fire types for a while, so I'm not going to pick it, obviously. And then there's the sea lion thing, Popplio. Popplio, it's funny, yesterday we had a discussion about what possible water type starters we could have, and I was saying platypus, and then TSS said that a sea lion could be a thing, and I was like, I always thought that Samurott was like a sea lion, but man, woe and behold, we end up getting a sea lion. It looks like it can be part of the circus too, so that's kind of a cool looking performer looking Pokemon. And then finally we got the best damn starter in the entire list, Rowlet. This thing looks cool. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for owl Pokemon. We've only had one owl Pokemon, and that's Hoothoot. Evolving into Noctowl, so we had two owl Pokemon at that point, and even in Gen 1 I really wanted an owl Pokemon, so when we finally got this Rowlet thing, I'm like, yes, another owl, and it's a part grass type, and it's a starter, so it'll obviously get more screen time than Noctowl and Hoothoot, and it's got its own physical grass type attack, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm in love with this thing. There have been Rowlet memes all over. Check out Twitter if you can. Just look at Rowlet GIF. It's so great to see this thing has taken over the internet, and it's definitely the starter that I'm going to be picking in Sun and Moon, because this thing is just great. Everything about it is great. But yeah, those are my overall graced thoughts over Pokemon Sun and Moon. It's coming out 2 days after my birthday, so November 18th, and I really can't wait to play this game. So, with that said, check out my channel for more news as it comes, and check out KG and Dean and the other channels for when we actually do the full discussion. See you all then, everybody. Tyrone the God 3, out.